Contour 101, yeah!
Okay, so like you heard, this is Contour 101. Clearly, I've had this request for a really long time and I just haven't done it because I felt like there was like a ton of videos out there showing you how to contour, and yeah. I just wanted to go ahead and get it over with, kinda. Yeah. Only because I've been seeing a lot of people with disturbing contour on their face and it's just kind of upsetting. Shit, girl. Go to YouTube or something. So, yes, today I'm going to show you how I like to contour my face when I contour it, and I hope you guys like it. So, today's Contour 101. First off, I would just like to say I'm not a professional makeup artist. I'm a self-taught makeup artist. This really itches. So I have a lot of people always asking me, girl, how do you get snatched? How do you do this? How do you do that? So I'm just gonna make a video on it, so every time somebody asks me, I just go, here, there you go, learn. Anyways, so you're gonna need a little few things. There's a lot of types of wave that you can contour. You can contour with creams, you can contour with powders, with eyeshadows, with blushes. Girl, there is everything. Except don't use poop. Poop is gross. What I like to contour is with powders. I don't like to use creams because I feel like they're a little too messy and it's easy to mess up. And I'm gonna be using today the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It's her contour palette. She has another one that looks exactly like it. It's just, you know, for the eyes. I also like to use the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. This is another one of my favorites and I typically use this on my forehead. And then I also like to use a neutral blush. This one is Piere Cosmetics. Yeah, I got this on my Ipsy bag and I can't stop using it. Then also for the cleanup crew, I like to use my MAC Studio Fix powder. This is to just clean up any messes that you might make. And I'll show you how I use all these. I just want to make sure that in case you have your stuff, you get it ready and we do this together. Okay, so first off, we're gonna start off with our forehead. I'm gonna be using the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. And basically I'm just gonna apply this all on my forehead right over here and right over here in circular motion. So I'm using a buffing brush. This is by IT Cosmetics. And I'm just gonna kind of just buff that in. And the trick with contouring is literally taking your time and also don't put a lot of pressure on the brush. If you put a lot of pressure on the brush, you're gonna remove some of your foundation and you don't wanna do that because then you're gonna look like everything's just falling the fuck apart, okay? Grab it by the end and then just gently, in fast circular motions, you know, just work that in. And you wanna put that as close to the forehead as possible. Stop it. And also apply some right here on the temples. And right here. And then do the same to the other side. Alright, so after you're done doing your forehead, you also want to do your chin and your jawline. So after I'm done bronzing my face, I like to go in with the Shade and Light palette and kind of darken and carve out my cheekbones a bit more. I like to start up right here on top of my ear. As you can see, this area right here. So I'm just gonna start there, kind of working in the product very gently, and then kind of bringing the brush down, keeping most of the product at the top of my ear and then bringing it down. You want to grab as little product as possible when you're doing this because you don't want to make your face look too dirty. That is one of my fucking pet peeves. Don't go out there looking like you got just road rash on your face with brown shit. Sorry. You can never blend too much. And see how my cheekbone already starts looking higher. Everything looks like it's coming together. It's just a great experience altogether. So now moving on to the other cheek, same deal. Start up at the top of the ear and just bring it down. Girl, yes. So normally after I'm done doing all this, I typically don't contour my nose, but because of the purpose of the video, I will contour my damn nose. So before I start contouring my nose, I like to carve out my cheekbones a bit more, just cleaning up any fallout that I might have had when contouring. So I'm gonna go in with my MAC Studio Fix powder, grab a beauty blender. This is dirty as fuck, sorry. And just kind of work it in there. I'm gonna place this under the contour that I have made. Now, you don't wanna place it too high, you don't wanna place it too low. You kind of wanna place it adjacent to the end of your ear right here. So right here, and I bring it in. Also, another trick when applying this powder to clean everything up, you also want to bring it as close as to your mouth as possible. So I bring it in right here and right there. So from this point to this point. I know this looks crazy right now. Don't worry, we're not gonna keep it like this. I'm just gonna let it bake there for a little bit while we get to our nose. For the nose, I am going to also be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm gonna be using the lightest shade on the palette right here. I don't typically like to go really dark just because I don't want it to look dirty. Okay, so when I contour my nose, I just like to kind of keep it real tight. Right here. Right, you see that? Okay, you see that line? Okay, and then bring it up to your brow. You don't just want to have like a flat darkness on your nose. Unless you like it, girl. If you like it, you keep doing you. And then of course I like to grab the other side of this IT Cosmetics brush and just kind of dab product right there on my nose. So I'm gonna grab a little bit and just dab it right. And then I'm gonna go in with the beauty blender that we use to bake this on the sides and kind of just go on the sides of my nose. Okay, then go in with the damp beauty blender and just dab at that shit. I'm not really good at nose contouring, honestly. So once I'm done with all that, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. You can grab any highlighter that you want and just kind of like, boop, just right there. And then on the high points of your cheeks. I look like a fairy godmother, damn. Okay, so once you're done applying all your contouring stuff, then you can go ahead and brush off your bakey bake. And then after I'm done doing all that, my last step is to apply blush. And like I said, I'm gonna be using this blush that I got from my Ipsy bag. It's by Piere. Well, that's gonna go ahead and conclude this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that some of y'all learned something from this video. If you have any questions or comments, or maybe if you do something different, add me on Instagram and tag me on your pictures. But that's gonna be it. So until next time, guys, bye.